Round one, fight!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. They were funky.
So yeah, it looks like Suzie won that particular fight. They're pretty funny. Anyway, I wanted to make a short video today. Just wanted to show you a few things that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. Now, my original plan was I was going to meet up with Brian from Embryonic Robot, Rob from Northern Reflections, and Chris from Stylus Meets Vinyl. I was going to meet up with them in Toronto this last Saturday, but the brakes ended up giving out my car, so I got to stay home instead. But a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I went to an estate sale. She bought a few things from this lady because she got it off of Marketplace. Well, we found out she was having an estate sale, and she had a lot of boxes of records there for $1 a piece. And okay, there goes Norman. So anyway, it was the usual mix of Lawrence Welk and Perry Como-tose, you know, that kind of stuff. But I went through them anyway, as you never know what you're going to find. And sure enough, I found a few odds and ends here, but actually pulled out a Grail that I've been looking for quite a while. So I thought I'd get on here and show you that today. First of all, some leftover CDs from the last time I made a video. This one called This Bird Has Flown. And these CDs I picked up at a secondhand store, so they were $1.99 a piece. Now, this particular CD is actually a celebration of one of the anniversaries of Rubber Soul, the 40th anniversary. So these are all different artists paying tribute to the album Rubber Soul. You've got the Donnas doing Drive My Car, the Fiery Furnaces doing Norwegian Wood, Dar Williams, You Won't See Me. There they go again, always fighting. Low doing Nowhere Man. Yonder Mountain String Band doing Think for Yourself. Mindy Smith doing The Word. Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals doing Michelle. Sufjan Stevens doing What Goes On. Rhett Miller doing Girl. Ted Leo doing I'm Looking Through You. Ben Lee doing In My Life. Ben Quayler featuring Albert Hammond Jr. doing Wait. Nellie McKay doing If I Needed Someone, and Cowboy Junkies doing Run for Your Life. So I always like these interesting looking compilations. Also found a copy of Bob Dylan Together Through Life. Another one that I didn't have yet, so picked that up. And one that I didn't know about. I usually don't bother with Christmas compilations, but I look through them just in case I find something interesting. And this was a Cheap Trick Christmas from 2017. I didn't even know they had a full Christmas album, or if I did, I'd forgotten about it. So we'll give that a spin and see what it sounds like. Those 3 CDs. Okay, so now on with those dollar records I found at the estate sale that I wasn't expecting. Again, these are pulled out of all the usual 101 strings and all those different things that you usually thumb through. But I found this sealed copy of Major Lance. This is called Now Arriving. This particular album, of course, Major Lance is a singer from a soul singer from the 60s. Got a very nice voice, nice delivery and everything. This, however, was released in 1978, just at, as disco was beginning to really make it big. And this is kind of a funky but overly disco-fied album. Like I said, it was sealed. I opened it up and played it just to give it a listen. I recognized the song I Never Thought I'd Be Losing You, and sure enough, that was a single. It's okay, but it's a little too heavy on the disco side for me. I did really enjoy the last track called It's All Over. Sounded more like one of his older tracks, but it's on the Motown label. So, sealed. If I see it sealed for $1, I pick it up. Usually doesn't matter what it is. This has been called one of the most popular jazz albums ever, and it's Herbie Mann's Memphis Underground. Apparently it's sold more copies than one of the biggest selling jazz albums ever. It's got some interesting songs on here, interesting renditions. Hunter S. Thompson said it was his favorite album ever. And he does a cover of Hold On, I'm Coming, Chain of Fools, and the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Really good album, actually. And in really good shape. It is on the Atlantic label. And I also picked this up. This is Rahsaan Roland Kirk, or otherwise known as just Roland Kirk, jazz artist. He's famous for playing multiple instruments at the same time. And this particular album is quite avant-garde. It's called, there they go again, Other Folks' Music. So it's songs written by other people that he's done renditions of. Water for Robson and Williams, That's All, Donnelly, Simone, Anisha, Samba Kwa Mwamaka Musi, and Arrival. There you go. Like I said, it's an avant-garde hard bop style. There's the Atlantic label. And interesting jazz for sure. That well worth picking that one up for $1. Can't beat that. I see this artist all the time, Jane Oliver. Never really heard much by her, but more of a stage singer than anything. Not a bad album. This album by Lulu, in really good shape. It's a little bit dirty, but not too bad. Love Loves to Love Lulu. So it's on this nice blue Columbia label. I was trying to remember who it was. It is a Lulu fan out there, one of the VC members, but I picked that up because of seeing it different times on the VC. I probably would have just passed it up otherwise. Found this copy of Justin Hayward and John Lodge's Blue Jays. Now this one seemed a little out of place compared to everything else that she had in there. It's one that I've been kind of looking for, and she had it there in really good shape. Here's on the Threshold label. And it has the poster inside, or actually an insert with lyrics printed on the inside. And one records are $1 a piece, and if they're in good shape, I always like to try them out. This is Andre Gagnon, Le Saint Laurent. I know this is all instrumental, kind of a kind of an easy listening classical, I guess you would call it. It's classically composed, but it's not heavy classical, so there's that. Here's one. It's been hard for me to find a really good copy of this, and this is not the best copy, at least the cover, but the record itself looked good, and it's Harry Nilsson's The Point. Don't know why, I've always been kind of interested in this album. The Point is a story that was actually made into a movie, and the hit off of it was Me and My Arrow. There it is on just the orange RCA label. But this one also had the comic book that it comes with. And that's usually missing when I've seen it in the past. I don't know if this was attached normally to the gatefold or not, but it's all there and in good shape. And so it was just inserted in there with the record. Kind of cool. And last of all, the Grail. I've been looking for this forever, a good copy of this, and this is a pretty good copy. And since I'm a King Crimson fan, it makes it even all that much better. But when Ian MacDonald and Michael Giles broke up with King Crimson, they went out and made their own album, and that's what this is. MacDonald and Giles. And it's actually both Giles brothers, both Peter and Michael, that are involved in this, and Ian MacDonald. And Peter Sinfield, the one that writes all the lyrics for King Crimson, or at least in the first 4 albums, also writes the lyrics for this. Now the cover itself is split on the bottom, unfortunately, but the record itself is in good shape. It's on the red Gotelian label. So that was exciting to find that, even though the cover wasn't that great. The record looked good. It will do for now, especially since I've had such a hard time finding this. And I did find a copy actually once a couple years back, and it was like $50 for a used one. It was just in the same exact shape. So I figured $1. And the thing that's amazing is this was sitting in there between all these Lawrence Welk, all these Tom Jones records, all these Engelbert Humperdinck records, stuff that you normally see. The bad records in the secondhand store that you pass up, and in this lady's boxes. I mean, how in the world did that even get in there? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed that. It was just a fun little pickup, and I thought I would just go ahead and put it up here. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.